Yeah, I'm Maureen Mwende. Yeah, I'm a born-again Christian. Yes, and I'm excited about the marriage journey which is about to start. Yes.
Okay. Are you a student? Are you working? Which profession?
I'm an advocate by profession. Yes.
Please don't sue us. Do you have any contract?
Yes, I have gone through it. I think you also better advocates.
Okay.
Yeah, your advocate was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yourself?
Okay, I'm Anthony Mwendo. I'm also a born-again Christian. And yes, I'm excited for this moment. I'm in the IT field. Yes.
So how did an IT guy and an advocate get to meet, and what took place? How did you two meet?
It's a small world. Yeah, any field can meet.
So how did you in particular meet? Who started this journey that yeah, we're about to start?
This journey was started by God. That's all we can say. It's been a long journey. We met, we became friends.
Where did you meet? Where?
We met in an event, and yeah, we became friends.
A church event, an advocate, or an IT event?
None of the above. Yeah, it was some youth movement that we normally take part in. And the friendship grew from there. That day we only took a selfie and that was it. Yeah. No contact or exchanged. Yeah, we just became friends. And before we could know it, the friendship, yeah, took toll.
Okay, who took the number? Or how did you get each other's number so that can be communicated? Ama you said, acha tukue picture alafu ndakutumia, si nipe number kwa nikutumie picture. How did that go?
No, actually, after that first meeting, we met again in a church function. That's when now we exchanged contacts.
Who asked who first? Who made the first move?
Me, yes.
And why did you feel the need to go the extra mile?
Wow. Because we were meeting for the second time, and after we met the first time, I was like regretting, why didn't I take the number? But you see, now God brought us together. We met a second time, so I could not let that chance go. Yes, that's why it started.
Okay.
Yes.
So what made you agree to give this guy who you just took a selfie I mean, the number?
I didn't see anything that I would lose by giving him the number. He was hilarious. So in his company, I was just laughing. So I just gave him the number. But I didn't have any second thoughts about it. Yeah.
Okay. So what type of stories were you giving her for her to say you were hilarious?
Maybe I was hilarious, but just by looking at me, maybe she can tell what stories. I don't know.
What were you saying he was hilarious?
It was just funny. Everything about him was just funny to me.
Even the looks.
Were you expecting him to ask for your number that day?
Yeah, okay, the number was obvious. But I didn't see it coming. Also, I didn't mind either because you see we had become friends. So for friendship purposes, I didn't find it, wrong to give him the number. Again, it was at night. Yes, it was a Kesha overnight. So he offered actually to escort me to my place. Yeah, so the number was necessary just in case. Yeah, so he took me home to the gate and we left, and that was it. Actually, I didn't even think twice about him. Yeah, at least, but he had the number. Now from there, followed up, we became friends. Just friends, actually. I didn't see it coming. Yeah.
Hey, ulijitolea kwa bodyguard. What happened? Why did you feel lazima nizindikishe tu dem?
She was alone. It was actually a Kesha, and she was alone. I was also alone. So I couldn't let her go home alone at night. So I offered to take her home. Yes.
Okay, so how did you start now changing? You don't want to be friend zoned. You want to be in a certain place, in her life. How did that happen?
Well, it took a lot of time. And Yes, a time just came that I had to tell her. But it took a lot of time. We got to know each other. I can say that I fell in love in the process of the friendship by getting to know her, the things she likes, the things she does. Yeah, that's how the love came.
Why were you single at that time?
Why was I single?
Yeah.
At that time I was single because, wow.
Had you had a few disappointments? These girls were not saying yes, or was it you just didn't want any girl?
I was from a relationship, okay, like a year back, and I had decided that the next relationship I'm getting into will be a relationship that is leading to marriage, not just dating. So that's why I was single, waiting for the right one. Yes, and she happened to be the one.
And you didn't miss time.
No, I couldn't.
How was that particular session when probably you started seeing signs and symptoms, you know? Yeah. And what sign did you see?
For me, it was awkward. I remember in fact, I gave him a warning that you don't fall in love with me because I could see signs. And he was just like my best friend. I didn't want those things, to start coming in between. But then after some time, I prayed, and now I said, yes, now it's time. I need a married partner. And I told God that I need you to give me signs. I need to direct me to someone. And that was the first time in my life I made that prayer. In all my previous lives and even other relationships, I had never been that serious about it. And, I was intentional about this. I told God, now, whoever you bring my way, I'm ready. And the day I made that prayer, things just started happening, and all roads were leading to him. Yeah.
Well, what are some of those qualities you saw in him and you were like, oh, probably this is the guy God is talking about, or this is the guy that God wants me to be with? What are his character?
Of course, first.
Hebu ujaribu nisukumie hiyo towards the back a bit. You feel? Yeah, push it towards the back. Move somewhere. Yeah. Are you comfortable with that? Are you sure?
Yes, it has nothing to do with my breathing. I was...
Yeah, I'm wondering what happened.
No, nilikuwa na meza nini.
What are some of those characters that you were seeing and you knew that this the guy?
Yeah, I see that. Now, when I got serious with my life, with myself, yeah, I prayed to God for someone who would lead me even closer to God. And so I was searching for a godly man. That was my number one priority. And he happened to be the guy that, of all my friends, there was a pull. So he is the one that was the closest, according to how I would see it, to God. And he used to encourage me spiritually. And I also had another list of things that I wanted.
Like?
That was just a bonus to the package. Yeah, but I went through the list again and realized, this guy has these things, and why have I even not thought about him? Because I had not.
Which are those? Be specific. Which are those things?
It was so personal. Okay, now of course the first one, being born again. This was not just a lukewarm Christian I was looking for. I was not looking for a church goer. I was looking for someone who was intentional about his salvation. Yeah, and then of course I was looking for someone who would understand and love me the way I wanted to be loved. And having been my friend, he knew me 360 degrees. Yeah, so he fitted perfectly. Yeah, into the puzzle.
Okay. For you, what did you see?
Wow. Having been friends for some time.
How many years have you been friends?
It's a century or something.
It's long. It's long.
Like how many years? 10? More than 10?
50.
Let's say more than a year. Yes, so it was long. So I knew her very well, and we were encouraging each other as friends. We were even going to church together, and that is the kind of person I was looking for. A born-again Christian, someone who we will grow together in things to do with God. Also career-wise, he was also advising me, despite the fact that we are in different careers. Yeah.
Beautiful.
She's very beautiful, as you can see. I was coming to that. And very many other factors. Yeah, she's a package. Yes.
Okay, so how did you pop the big question?
Wow. We went out for dinner. I invited a friend, a common friend to both of us, so she could not think of anything. We were just going out for dinner. And we had this friend of ours, and we had organized with the hotel reception to assist in that. And wow, I popped the question during the dinner, just after the dinner. Yes.
Did you go down on one knee?
Yes, I did. And she cried.
Give us your expectation, what you had been thinking. Probably knowing your intention being that you want to get married, probably you had this thought of proposal and all that. So tell us, how was your thinking in terms of proposal?
Okay, I was just there waiting. Okay, I knew it would come maybe because we had already started talking in terms of that, in that line. But I didn't see it coming, like the how and the when it would come. So this particular day, we were just going for dinner as usual with a friend. Then after the dinner, I love fruits. So he was like, let us for fruit salad. Then they served them in a platter, then it's covered. So the waiter served and it was covered, the deep platters were covered. So opening my platter like this, that's when I met, the package. It was there, it was written marry me and the ring, and they caught me there. Yeah, they caught me and I was surprised.
Why did you cry?
I found it so sweet of him, to have thought of that.
Okay. So what are some of the ups and downs that you've gone through in your relationship? Milima na mabonde.
Wow.
Okay, well, ladies first.
Yes.
So, God has been graceful. That's what I would say. We've had more ups than downs. And I believe this having started on a foundation of prayers, I think God has been clearing the way for us. So, from the very beginning, like we've had support from our parents, the entire families, our friends, even our places of work. We've just had, people and strong pillars there with us. We have our mentors. We have very many category of parents who've been working the journey with us. So the hurdles have been quite few. And if I could really, really sit and think what challenges we are facing. Which ones?
Personality differences.
Well, we've not been through such challenges, and we can say that has been as a result of us being friends before. So we knew each other very well. So in our dating life, we've not had such challenges because we know each other very well. And even as we are dating, we are still the best of friends. She's my best friend. Yeah, so we are open about each other. We talk about everything, and we wouldn't say the challenges we face. We just pray about them, and we wouldn't say we've had major challenges.
Which are those small ones? Not the major, not the breakups, the real breakups. Those mom doesn't want this one.
Of course, those small ones can't miss. Then they are there, but they are very petty. I don't even know how to explain them. Because actually it's not something you can put a finger on. Like this is our bone of contention. Not really. Our disagreements don't last for like more than an hour. Of course there are those times you're like, you're there, you're mad, but after just like 30 minutes you come back to your senses. And I can attribute all this to our counseling, our premarital counseling classes. I think from the very first beginning we had been actually coached a lot about communication. And this has helped us a lot in conflict resolutions and stuff. So we can actually see most of these things coming. We have been able to actually practice it. And with that, these things have now become, you know, a walk in the park. Because when we smell this is some danger coming, we act on it, and we pray, of course, about it. And we've been able to handle most of these things. The small petty issues, of course, there's a girl in me, there's a man in him, and when those rise up and, you know, they try to conflict, we've been able to control them, yeah, just in time.
Like the girl in you, what does she want?
Sometimes she's just there, she just wants to be babied, you know, yeah, and to him some things are, you know, this really is petty. So if the girl in me, you know, takes the better, he'll be like, yeah, I stick my ground, no, I want this and I want this. But then he has learned to be patient and, of course, understand that is the girl in me. But then even from my side, after saying, no, this is not, you know, mature, then it's my turn now, you know, to stop now this baby stuff. Yeah. And within a short time, we are back to normal.
Which one can you point out? Maybe she told you she wants chocolate, or she wants, she doesn't want dark chocolate, she wants a white one. Which one can you point a finger at? Maybe in your scenario.
There is none I can point. I know what she likes. So if it's chocolate, I know the taste she likes. Sure, I will give her that. I wouldn't point a finger to anything except just the girlish things.